YouTube SEO experts, you know who you are. If you want to know the real reasons why we're ignoring your DMs, then this video is for you. But before I dive into this, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that little notification bell so that you never miss a tutorial or upload. Okay, so if you're not a YouTuber yourself, or I don't know, maybe you've been living under a rock, then you may not know what I'm talking about, who I'm referring to when I say YouTube SEO experts. So let me just catch you up real quick. So ever since I started my channel almost 2 years ago now, I started very slowly getting these random messages. I get emails, I get Facebook messages, I get Instagram messages. Often I get all three at roughly the same exact time. I also get comments here on YouTube, all from these self-proclaimed YouTube SEO experts who are going to fix my channel and just make it grow exponentially and all this kind of stuff. And I've been thinking about doing this video for a little while now. I was actually planning on targeting it more towards other YouTubers or aspiring YouTubers, but I wanted to take a minute to talk directly to the experts. And I want you to understand why your strategy is not only not working, but is probably the biggest turnoff of any marketing I've been on the receiving end of. Number one, the backhanded compliment. You come into a conversation and the first thing you do is shower me with flattery. Your channel is so great. Your tutorials are awesome. Everything, blah, blah, blah. All just praise, praise, praise. But your channel's not growing fast enough. If you were using SEO and keywords, it would help it reach a larger, broader audience. Okay, here's the thing. Here's why that's so off-putting. Most YouTube content creators are using SEO. We are using keywords. We are using tools that are helping us to hone in on the most searchable terms and make the most eye-catching thumbnails. We're doing trial and error nowadays, even with split thumbnail tests so that we can test different things and get that information, those analytics, and figure some stuff out for ourselves. So when you imply that we're just throwing stuff out there and not even thinking about SEO and keywords, that's so incredibly condescending and patronizing and not even true. Could we be doing it better? Maybe. Does your experience helping other channels grow give you a little bit more insight into, hey, this looks like it might be a good keyword, but really this would be a better one? Yeah, very possibly. But when you approach us from a perspective of we're too unaware or dumb to know that keywords and SEO matters and that the title matters and all this stuff, it's incredibly offensive and insulting. And so there is absolutely zero chance I would ever hire anyone who approaches me in that way. And why I don't even bother to read the messages anymore, because I know you're all going to say the exact same thing. Number two, and this is the one that I want to kind of also be talking to YouTubers about this. You show us screenshots, and I'm going to show an example of one that I got recently. It was for one of my recent videos, and you can see here that the person is drawing arrows and whatnot, which, by the way, they all look exactly the same every single time I get one. There's a different video that's portrayed in the image, but I'm starting to wonder if there's literally like a template out there that you guys are just shoving on top of a different screenshot, because literally they're identical. But I digress. The point is that you're showing us a screenshot from your computer of our video showing how many views and all this stuff. And then on the side, you have this panel. And you're making it seem like it's some magic panel that you have access to see insights and analytics and stuff like that. But as someone who's into technology and leverages things to help me know and understand better what's going on behind the scenes in my business, I already know what vidIQ looks like. I know that's what you're looking at because I have it too. And if you're a YouTuber, you can have it too. You can upgrade to the level that I'm at right now, or you can just use the free version and you can still see a lot of what they're showing you. But I want to address something really, really important. So when I am scheduling a video to post, I am using vidIQ to help me choose a title that is going to have highly ranked SEO, I am paying attention to the SEO score as I'm setting things up, and I'm watching that score go up and up as I do the things that you're supposed to do on a YouTube video. A highly ranked title, keyword-rich description, thumbnails, all that good stuff. And most of the time, I don't schedule or post a video until that SEO score is showing at minimum 70 out of 100. But then I get a screenshot like this from one of you SEO experts, and you show that the SEO score is like 40 or something like that. So it got me wondering, if it shows higher for me when I'm first setting it up, why are you seeing it so much lower? So I decided to do a little experiment here. And I went to one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. I'm going to shout her out here, Hope Scope, because she's just so entertaining. But I wanted to look at something important. So her most recent video, now I have no idea what her SEO score would have been when it was being scheduled. But you can see here that she's gotten a lot of views on this video. She obviously has a lot of subscribers, right? She has over 5 million at the time that I'm recording this video. This video is showing that roughly 20 to 25% of the people who are subscribed to her have already watched the video at the time that I took my screenshot. However, her SEO score is super low. So what that's telling me is either she had a higher SEO score when she was first setting it up, and there's some other variables that over time lower that score, or the SEO doesn't matter as much once you have a large following. So while your screenshot is pointing out important areas on my YouTube video, it's not actually giving me any information that I don't already have on my own and can't easily get on my own. So why on earth would I pay you to be the go-between for me on an app that I can just install myself? Another reason that I ignore your DMs is because I feel like you are lying to me. You come in and say that you love my channel and you watch all of my videos, or you've seen a bunch of my videos and whatever, but then the rest of what you're telling me kind of implies that you've maybe watched a few minutes, if that, of the video that you are showing me in this email or in this DM. I don't get any impression that you know anything about me, or that you are even personalizing this email or this approach to me and my audience. This looks like a cookie cutter, send the same thing to every single prospective client, and it's completely disingenuous. So I have absolutely no reason to think that you know anything specifically about how to grow in my niche. And then the number one reason, for me at least, that I ignore your DMs is that they are completely unsolicited and way too forward and pushy. If you maybe tried starting the conversation in a different way, maybe. I don't know you at all, and you don't know me. And the first thing that you do is go into a private message to immediately try to sell me your services. You don't even try to slow roll the conversation. It's so obvious that this is like the digital version of a door-to-door salesman. You're literally going to every single door, knocking on the door, disrupting and annoying me, getting in my face, and just trying to sell me your product without knowing or caring anything about me. And you don't even invest enough time to have a little bit of niceties conversation to begin with. Now, I'm not saying that that would make the difference, but you might get past the proverbial door with me if you started an actual conversation as opposed to immediately copy pasting a script that you obviously have written somewhere into this chat and just sent it out. One of my favorite ones recently was this person who literally said, "I'm so sorry to message you without your permission." No, you're not. If you wanted my permission to message me, you would find a way to ask for it. Don't use this false humility and try to make it seem like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. This was just the only way I could reach out." No, it's not. I have public posts. You could comment and start a conversation and then try to move into the DMs or ask if you could send me a message. Like, there are so many ways that you could attempt to get that permission from me if you actually wanted it. So I guess what I'm saying is the reason that I ignore your DMs, and I'm certain that I'm not alone in this, is that it's way too pushy. It's completely disingenuous. And I have absolutely no like and trust factor with you whatsoever. And you don't even seem to think it's important to try to establish that with me. The online tools for your business do not need to be complicated and overwhelming. It's time to let it be easy.